Alright, so this recipe is, they called it Hawaiian chicken. I made it before, but then I got a whole bunch of really bad comments that this isn't Hawaiian, you know, I guess from like Hawaiian residents or whatever. Fuck yous all Hawaiians. So, it's really easy. The marinade is absolutely delicious. It's only got 5 ingredients in it. Doesn't get much easier than that, kids. So, first thing I'm going to do is marinate the steak, okay? The longer you marinate it, the better it is. So I'm going to do it today. Today's Saturday. I'm not cooking this until tomorrow night, okay? You need an onion. I prefer Vidalias. Vidalias are the ones that are, they look like this. They're squatty, and Tristan's my cameraman. Isn't cute? He's my cameraman, and they're squatty. And they're super duper sweet, okay? So, you take the onion, now you're not going to chop it, alright? You're going to grate it. So, whoops. So you just use a grater, or you can get one of those big graters, you know? But I just started using this little guy. So you just grate the shit out of it. You're going to grate the entire onion. The reason why you're going to grate it is because it's going to make juice, alright, and the juice is going to be really good in the marinade. So we're just going to grate this. Alright, so we have all the onion now, and as you can see, it's a pretty big wad of onion, and if you look at all that juice in there, that's really good juice, okay? That's a lot to marinate. So now, garlic. I hate peeling fresh garlic. So I buy these bags of the fresh peeled garlic. I don't buy the squished garlic. Squished garlic already done in one of those containers is nasty. I can't stand those things. Oh, Jesus, can I open this? Yes, I can. Okay. So, you want? Wacko. So, alright. Now, because it's a marinade, you got to up the ante on how much garlic you use. I'm also a guinea. Oh, this smells so good. So, how many cloves I got there? 5, 9. Alright, I got 9 cloves. Some of them are big, some of them are little. So now we're going to squish the garlic in a garlic press. Okay? And you want to make sure you squish it over the bowl you're using. Make sure all the gook comes out in the bowl, because there is moisture in garlic. Ooh, this is some heavy duty garlic. Smells good. Love me some garlic. It's good for you. Keeps the bugs away. So my mom used to tell us when we were little. Keeps the bugs away. Keeps the mosquitoes away. Even though we're in the dead of winter, don't ask me why I'm remembering that now. I have issues. Moving on. Okay, we're almost there. So this is ingredient number 2. Lots of garlic. Alright. So you got the squished up garlic. Just going to go in the garlic press and do a final squish on the leftovers. Alright. Now, you're not going to be eating this marinade. It's just marinade. You know, you're not going to sit down and have yourself a cocktail with it. So who cares if you got some, you know, not so fantastic bits in it. What I love about this particular garlic press is that on this side of it, it's got these little rubber nozzle thingies on it. And you flip it over and it pushes the garlic out. So you can just scoop the garlic out of the other side. So now you got all your garlic and you can go on about your day. Alright. So that's lovely. Alright, third ingredient. This is minced ginger. Okay? Now, you can buy the fresh stuff, which I usually do.
Focus isn't the best, but it says minced ginger on it.
Okay. So, you can buy ginger root if you want to. Ginger root is just a pain in the hiney to grate. And so when I found that you can buy ginger root in a jar, I started going for the jar. If you get it in a jar, you want to use about a tablespoon. Well, it's about a tablespoon. Okay? Maybe a little bit more. Just depends on how potent you want it. About a tablespoon and a half. Okay? So you want to do about a tablespoon and a half of grated ginger root if you go for the fresh ginger root. So it's just going to take a while. Just keep that in mind, okay? So now you got those 3 ingredients in your bowl. You're just going to do a quick mix of the stuff, alright? Last 2 ingredients coming up. Soy sauce. This is one of the small bottles. This is a 10-ounce bottle of LaChoy soy sauce. Okay? And we are using the whole bottle of soy sauce. Now, I like using LaChoy over Kikkoman because Kikkoman, in my opinion, is a better soy sauce. It's more potent. And it's a little saltier. And LaChoy is a little cheaper. Not in price, but I mean in the way it's made. And it's less salt. So I don't want it to be like, whoa, this is salty. You know, I want it to have the flavor of soy sauce, but just not so heavy on the salt. So this is a little downgraded, so I like it. So you're going to use the whole bottle of soy sauce. Okay. Leave that over there. Last ingredient. Light brown sugar. Okay. My honey was sweet enough to get me a 1-pound box of light brown sugar. In a 1-pound box, there's usually 2 cups of packed brown sugar. Okay? You're going to use half of the box. So you're going to use about a cup of packed brown sugar. So here's your brown sugar. Just pinch it in the middle and I'm going slow so it doesn't plop. Make a plop. Ta-da! And that's it. That's how you make the marinade. Now you're just gonna mix it and it's gonna dissolve the sugar a little. Okay, not a lot, because you know this is cold, so you're not going to be able to dissolve the sugar. But you know, you're going to mix it up, and you can see it's, you know, it's not watery. It's a little on the thicker side. Okay? So you're just going to dissolve it, and you can stick this on, honest to God, anything. I've put this on beef, I've put this on chicken, I've put this on shrimp, and I'm sure you can put it on pork as well. I have not put it on pork myself, but I'm positive you could. So tonight I'm going to put a little bit of it on ribeye, that's going to be our dinner tomorrow night. I have 2, are these ribeye? They look like skirts, they look like strip steak. I think they're strip steak. Yeah, I think these are strip steak. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, no, these are ribeyes. Yeah, these are the ribeye I cut from Costco. So, alright. Little trick about marinating steak. You want to try to get the steak as dry as possible. If it's sitting in a bath of its own blood, like this one's really not. It's got a bit of a pool of blood on it down here. So I'm actually going to stick a paper towel in the bag and sop it up. But if you can dry the meat off as much as you can before you marinate it, the drier the better. The reason is because the meat is going to have an opportunity to sop up your marinade instead of sopping up its own blood. Okay? So try to get the meat as dry as possible. Alright. So we did that. So now I'm just going to put a little bit of marinade in the bag. Leave that there for now. Okay, and when you're done, I'm just going to close off the bag, as little air as possible. Alright, and as long as you got them coated, they're good to go. So tomorrow I will make the second video on how you cook these bad boys in the NuWave oven, and I'll show you guys how the NuWave oven works. Bye! Okay, so I already marinated the steak, and as you can see, it's really, really dark. It almost looks kind of black or purple because I marinated it for so long. I also have over here about a stick of butter that I melted. Alright, and I'll show you what we do with that in a second. So I've got NuWave oven open. NuWave has 2 racks on it. I've got the bigger rack on the bottom. Okay, hold on, let me up it. Boop. Okay, there's the big rack on the bottom, and I've got the smaller rack on top. Okay, underneath the small rack is a kind of like a cake pan, and I have potatoes in that because I'm making potatoes. So there you go. So I am going to take the meat out of the bag and drain off some of the marinade and dump it on the top rack. These are ribeye steaks. They're my favorite steaks that ever existed. I think they're my favorite. Either these or strip, or not strip, skirt. I can't decide. So, alright. The marinade, we do not like moisten them anymore. We don't do that. We just chuck the leftovers. So, what the hell was that? Oh, the thingy dropped. Okay. So, alright, so on the NuWave oven over here, now I have the Pro Plus. Alright, I have the fancy schmancy one. If you get the regular one, yours isn't going to look like this. I don't know what it's going to look like, but this is what mine looks like. So I hit cooking time. I'm going to set it for 25 minutes and hit start. Alright, now in the middle of this, I'm going to hit the pause button and I'm going to flip them. Okay, but I'll show you that in a second. So we'll be back. Okay, so I flipped the meat. I knew how much time I needed to flip the meat because NuWave ovens come with this thing and it's just like a chart. It's just a cheat chart, and it tells you like how much time everything is required. So like I'm making beef steaks right now, and it's a 2-inch steak, and I want it at medium rare to medium, so I needed about 7 to 8 minutes aside. So I just gave it about 7-8 minutes, and then I went in and I flipped it. Okay, so I did that. Sorry, let me just stick it on the fridge so I don't forget it. So all the energy that cooks this bad boy comes from up here. Okay, it kind of works like a broiler, and it's done. So I'm gonna pause it. Okay, these steaks are done. So now I've got that butter over here. This is not a WLS friendly diet for every WLS. Okay, this is a duodenal switch only diet. Alright, I'm just warning you now. So you take the meat and you stick it in the butter. And the meat is going to love you forever for giving it a butter bath. So, and it's just gonna kind of chill out here. You don't want to cut meat for a while after you cook it, okay? You want to give it time. Meat needs time for the juices to go back into the meat. So just give it plenty of time and just let it happily sit here in its little butter bath. So we're just going to leave it alone. And my potatoes are done. And that's it. That's what you do with a NuWave. So I just made myself steak and potatoes in a NuWave oven. And if I wanted to, I could have microwaved some frozen vegetables and threw some, you know, butter on that, and ta-da, I'm done. Okay? But I wasn't in the mood for vegetables, so, you know, screw yous. Alright? So that's how you use a NuWave. I hope you like this recipe. You can use it on anything. I actually used the rest of that marinade that I made yesterday on some chicken thighs, and I'm going to do the exact same thing with chicken thighs in a couple days. So I have those marinating in my fridge right now. I love you guys. I hope you guys like it. Bye.